열기구 저기 있다. 부잣집인가봐. 마당에 열기구가 있어. 뭐야? 이 집 앞에 대문이 부서졌잖아. 아니 뭐지?
As if they were struck by a battering ram. I wonder how we managed not to hear any of this. Destruction and trampled ground.
다 포기해줬어요.
Destruction and trampled ground.
아무든 불로부터도 깜짝아! 으씨, 화면 이렇게 넘기지 말라고 걔 깜짝 놀랬잖아 이 자식아. 에이씨, 목이 부러졌네.
Didn't we get to fly in it as children? I doubt it could hold my weight today.
아니요. 이웃집 무슨 크로프트 아저씨래요. 맞나? 크로프트 맞나? 좀?
A strong pull broke this leash.
코끼리?
Poke the elephant with this? Really? People are hopeless.
헐. 그럼 여기에 코끼리가 묶여 있었던 거야?
A pool of blood and saliva, possibly as a result of impact.
Sherlock, take a picture of the footprint. It's valuable evidence. This photograph can help us find the old article about the elephants. The front page was fascinating. It was hard to believe as a child.
True. We may need it in our investigation.
이거 사진 찍을 때나 총 쏠 때 그 햅틱 반응 있어요. 딸깍 하고 걸리는 느낌? 문이 안 열리네.
Oof, a contortionist you were not.
여기 이런데 안에 들어오면 걸어 다니더라고요.
A belt from a dressing gown, curious.
다리도 부러져서 돌아갔네.
A kneecap reduced to splinters.
목도 돌아갔어.
Disjointed vertebrae. Difficult to say if it was a way to start or finish him off.
팔도 부러졌는데?
A missing pinky. Middle-aged. It's none other than Theodore Gilden.
Oh boy, Sherlock. Another death means another question.
And we shall answer the question. It's far too interesting to give it up to the police.
문을 열어야 되는데. 저 아저씨 주머니 좀 뒤져보지 그랬냐. 남아있을 텐데 뭔가.
An amount of attention that most can only dream of.
He was certainly under pressure.
원래 보통 화분 밑에 놓지 않니 열쇠는? 화분 밑에 열쇠 없니? 집에 들어가고 싶은데. 응. 그거는 키트가 있어야 되는데 아마 여기에는 키트가 없을 거예요. 예전이었으면 막 그런 거 가지고 문 따고 다니고 그랬는데. 꼭 안에 들어오면은 걸어 다닌다니까? 와, 수박이다.
A royal suite for a favorite pet.
Plenty of food to satisfy even the most fastidious.
옆에 있는 제가 존이에요. 제 옷 되게 웃긴 거 있는데? 이런 거 입힐 수도 있어요. 아이스크림 아저씨. 빠밤. 코끼리 이름이 골리앗이구만. 피 웅덩이가 있는데 코끼리용 갈고리는 깨끗했어. 그럼 그걸로는 안 찔렀단 소린데. 아니 왜 하필 오늘 코끼리는 또 잡아가지고 도움이 안 되네 이 아저씨 정말. 아직 증거가 남았단 말이죠. 문 여는 데가 있을 텐데.
Hog heaven. A coal gas tank. Enough to pump up an airship.
근데 끊어졌어.
A sailor's knife useful for cutting wet and thick ropes. It's seen a lot of use. The blade is worn from grinding. Fresh signs of impact. A rough landing led to an altercation with this shed.
뭔가 생겼군. 따란딴따란딴. 동그라미가 3개. 우리 튼튼한 코끼리. 아니야, 코끼리를 찌르진 않았어. 와. 하면 저게 부서지겠지? 이거 이려나?
In a fit of rage, the elephant broke the chain and threw its victim on the ground with a fierce power. Escaping the scene, it pulled the body with it, but dropped it at the gate. At least some of this was witnessed by a third party who was hurled against the shed. The elephant can't have gone too far. I can still track it.
Well, suppose you find it. Then what? Push it all the way back to the manor?
여기는 문은 안 열리겠지? 그럼 일단 저쪽으로 가봐야겠구만. 그치? 이목을 끌어야지. 저따분한 놈이 갔는지. 있는 아저씨들은 봤겠지?
Can I ask you a question?
That's a question I can answer.
오케이. 코끼리를 산책을 시켰다고? 와우! 그리스 다리를 지나서 산책시켜줬다고. 위쪽이 보였군. 아니, 너네는 이렇게 서 있을 게 아니라 경찰을 불렀어야 되는 거 아니야? 불렀다면 이미 경찰이 오지 않았을까요? 흔적이 숲으로 향한다. 아니, 코끼리가 다리를 건너가지고 숲까지 갔다는데, 응? 그 앞에서 웅성거리고 있어? 이 다리에요, 그리스 다리. 이거다. 살짝. 아이, 비켜!
The elephant barged into this cart of olive oil.
What if we're lucky and he slipped and fell somewhere along the way?
이쪽이군. 이게 사람들한테 비추면 저 사람들이 나를 보는 그런 것까지 볼 수 있어요. 사람들이 나 개 싫어함. 코끼리가 어떻게 탈출했는지를 보려고 그러는 건가?
Okay, hear me out. If an elephant falls in the forest and there's no one around to...
John, no.
Oh, you're such a killjoy.
아니면 아까 그 목격자와 뭔가 연관이 있어서? 일단 코끼리 흔적을 찾아서 가고 있는 거예요. 만약에 목격자 한 명이 더 있었으면 이 코끼리를 따라오지 않았을까? 하고. 그리고 그 목격자가 뭐 하는 놈인지를 아직 몰라. 이쪽이구나. 네. 아이 깜짝이야 이 자식아. 오잉. 여기 옷이 있잖아. 호피무늬야 뭐야?
Strange. It was hung with care.
음흠. 아, 코끼리를 보내라고 편지를 이미 받았군.
The game has escaped us for now. We'll find a solution to the elephant problem later.
이제 집에 들어갈 수 있다. 아, 이게 물속에 들어가면 시야가 어두워지는구나.
Wanna go for a swim?
얘랑 대결이면 또 신문사를 갔다 와야 되잖아. 아, 귀찮은. 저기 중간중간에 존이 뭔가 저런 식으로 대결 같은 형식의 질문을 하나씩 넣거든요. 그럼 저거를 풀어야 돼. 나는 그래서 신문기사를 또 찾으러 왔지. 지금 고정을 하고 10년 전 일면 동네 이름이 뭐였지? 그랜드 사가이. 아버님이 사라졌다. 아니요? 한 과학 기자가 과학 기자?
That's the article. Feeling old already?
재밌어? 앞문은 못 들어가긴. 들어간다. 짜잔. 이렇게 많겠구나.
This young lady has a childish interest for her age.
맛있다?
I can always recognize the spirit of a true artist.
돌아오셨군.
Oh, why do I get the worst jobs?
갑자기 그 네트워크 어쩌고 뜨더니 사라지셨어. 저런. 저는 지금 그 아저씨네 집에 들어왔답니다.
You. Who are you?
My name is Sherlock Holmes. Theodore Gilden was...
Did you kill him? Did you kill the elephant?
It's not in the yard anymore. It escaped into the forest.
You can't let it go. What if it returns?
I
아까
highly
그림이
doubt
있던
that,
그
miss.
여자구만.
Imogen Gilden. Please, I beg of you. Find
난
that
네가 더
dreadful beast
무섭다,
that
야.
killed my father.
I suppose we do need to learn what happened. Can you tell me what happened? From the very start.
I was here, so I didn't see how it began. My father visits the enclosure every morning to
Good.
wake up Goliath. Today, I heard the elephant scream. I've never heard such a horrifying sound. My heart stopped. I knew something was wrong. I looked through my window and saw how it lifted my father up by his neck. I rushed downstairs. I saw it dragging my father as if he were a doll. I threw stones at it. It dropped my father's body and charged outside, screaming. Its roar was almost human. I was frightened, so I ran inside and hid here.
야, 그 와중에 꽃머리 띠는 아지.
Well, it was the most probable outcome, living with a giant wild animal such as that.
How can you be so cold? Goliath murdered my father, Mr. Holmes. He mustn't be allowed to get away with it.
Well, thank you for the information, Miss Gilden. I did have some questions for your
뭐라 할 말이
father.
없구만.
Perhaps you might help me with them?
I wasn't privy to
코끼리를
much
집에서
of my
키우는 것
father's
자체가
life,
위험하긴
and
하지.
it's very hard to think of anything at all with Goliath still loose. Please, Mr. Holmes.
Very well. Do you mind if I ask you more questions if I find anything that might help?
Anything to catch that monster.
Miss Gilden, I was on this island 10 years ago, and your father knew my mother. I believe I even had the opportunity to ride that balloon outside, but I do not recall seeing you.
I lived at my late mother's in Sheffield at the time. I'm in no spirit to reminisce right now. The elephant is out there.
You've never heard the name Violet Holmes before? Perhaps your father...
Please, Mr. Holmes. With that beast roaming free, I can't think of anything.
아,
Very
코끼리에
well.
되게 집착하네, 그 자식.
I have to
기다려.
leave you for now. She packed as much as she could carry.
도망가려고 했는데. 약혼자가 있네?
So idyllic. Enjoy your happily ever after before it stales. The same dull poses on all romantic photographs.
왜 짐을 싸고 있었을까요? 내 느낌도 그래.
False idols? Oh, sounds utterly dreary.
Hey, Sherry, we need to talk.
Why? 전색
You found false idols. We need to find the remaining two.
What does bazooka even mean?
만두!
Would this paper be good for anything but blowing one's nose on?
They're not rubbish, Sherry.
안 돼.
There's something more. I'm serious.
Very well. I doubt it'll be worth it, but I will find them for you, John.
You'll thank me later. They're some of the most imaginative books I've ever read.
What did you say?
Speaking aloud helps me think. A commendable effort to barricade the windows.
창문으로 가렸다고 했는데 어떻게 본 거지? 이 전화기 처먹도록 인형 놀이를 하고 있단 말이야? 대단해. 내 기준에선 이해가 되지 않는다. 알 수가 없네. 프랑스 음소거 아니야? 아닌가?
I have to leave you for now.
그런가? 짐을 싸본 적이 없고
I found this. Who's this young lad next to you, your faithful knight?
Paul. He's my pirate. He's not really a pirate. I just call him that. It probably sounds very silly.
Your secret is safe in my hands. Does Paul work somewhere? What is his surname?
His name is Paul Perks. He and his yacht Whirlpool are the champions of the Salacia Yacht Club. He sails there. I'll show you where it is on the map if you need to meet him.
A yachting champion? Well, that will be a first. I prefer dry land. And so does my suit. These bags of yours, it looks as if you've packed your entire room. Were you planning on going somewhere?
My partner and I, we wanted a change, a fresh start abroad. But now I have to stay here. Here, an orphan.
How can you read something like this? It's hard to swallow, and that's not due to the hard cover.
You're hardly serious. Any library without Nabe and Laura is incomplete. If you can read, then these books are an absolute must. Love and adventure. They're about life.
Oh, I wasn't aware that exploding pyramids were a part of daily life on Cordona.
You haven't seen life, so you might try reading about it at least. I'm afraid I can't add anything useful.
Did you observe anyone else in the yard? Any of your servants, perhaps?
Servants? Do you imagine that we would have any with Goliath? No one wishes to work in this house, even for double pay. I didn't see anyone else. Only my father and that diabolical beast.
Had Goliath been aggressive before?
It's dangerous, but it was never aggressive near my father. My father would do anything for Goliath. All the elephant had to do was clap its ears.
You envied him, the elephant, I mean?
Our house is called the House of Ivory. I've heard some people refer to me as the Ivory Girl. And my room stinks of the animal, as if it's me who lives in a pen and not Goliath. It's not envy, Mr. Holmes. It's just incredibly difficult to live like this.
위치요? 오시리스? 저도 괜찮다면 제가 끼는 게 괜찮다면? 냉